Okay.
No. Hey, nothing's back. I've got it. If you call me too. No eggs, just cartons.
There we go. People get ready. There's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage just to get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. Don't need no ticket for the train, thank the Lord. People get ready for the train to join. It's picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key, open up the doors and board them. There's hope for all among the love and more. There ain't no room for the hopeless sinner who would hurt all mankind just to save his own. Have pity on those whose chances are thinner, 'cause there's no hiding place for the kingdom's throne. People get ready, there's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. You're not on. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. Don't need no ticket, just to thank the Lord. Okay. People get ready, there's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesels humming. Don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord.
I thought you were going to do get ready, get ready.
You know what? You need to calm down.
You were all get ready. I was like, oh my God, that's a good idea. I'm going to put that on my set. I didn't know that one.
Stop it.
You took 3 of my suggestions.
I thought maybe you wanted me to do Satisfaction. This land is yours. No, that's the wrong key. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless highway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Hey, Mr. President, I want to talk about the government, all about the poverty deep inside our souls. What about the welfare? It seems like you don't care. I know this land was made for you and me. This land is my land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I said this land was made for you and me. Whoops, wrong key. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, what do we got next? Ohio. Oh boy, a heavy.
I have one on my shoulder too.
My partner in Sunup, folk trio we did in the 70s, I'm still friends with. He wrote a song about that, and it's pretty heavy. I mean, recorded it. He says I should play it. He markets and stuff all the time. He got really, when he posted it, so many nasty comments. Not all nasty, but a lot of just. No, he lives in Bloomfield, a suburb of Rochester, New York. Yeah, very red. Soldiers and troops are coming, we're finally on our own. Ice agents with guns a-blazing, life's taken we can't ignore. Gotta get down to it, soldiers are cutting us down. Should have been done long ago. What if you knew her and found her dead on the ground? How can you run when you know? La 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 la. Gotta get down to it. Soldiers are cutting us down. You should have been stopped long ago. What if you knew her and found her dead on the ground? How can you run when you know? Tin soldiers and trumps are coming, we're finally on our own. Ice agents whose guns are blazing, life's taken we can't ignore. Life's taken well I can't ignore. Life's taken we can't ignore. Exactly. Life's taken we can't ignore. Right there.
This rally is so cool. You get donuts, music.
Should we keep going?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We're going to run out of songs.
We're going to...
No, you just repeat them. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a camera. Don't touch that, okay? They're filming.
Yeah, I bet. ready? Come gather round, people, wherever you roam. Admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. But your time to you is worth saving. Then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. For the times they are changing. Writers and critics who prophesize with their pen, keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheels still spin. There's no telling who will be naming. For the loser know you'll be the need to win. For the times they are changing. Senators and congressmen, please hear the call. Don't stand in your doorway, don't block up the hall. For he that gets hurt will be who is stalled. The battle is outside, it's raging, and it'll shake your windows and rattle your walls. For the time they are changing. Line it is drawn, the curse that is cast. The slow one now will be later than last. As the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will be later be last. For the times they are changing. Gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. Your time to you is worth saving. Then you better start swimming or you sink like a stone. For the time they are changing. Thank you very much. So I keep on going?
Yes.
We'll do one more.
Okay.
And then we'll repeat them all after.
Okay, that's
Take
fine.
breaks as you need.
There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there. He's telling me I got to beware. And I think it's stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Some people speaking their mind, getting so much resistance from behind. I tell you, stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the street, singing songs and a carrying signs, mostly saying hooray for our side. 'Cause it's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. next deep. Into your life it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, the man come and takes you away. You gotta stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. You better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. You better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
That was Ethan and Mindy. Welcome, everybody. Do you guys recognize them? Mindy's been here a lot as a volunteer. First time, Ethan. Well, Ethan, let me give them a formal, that was their welcoming songs, but they'll still keep playing. Let me give a little formal introduction. So Ethan Carey has been waking up listeners on the home of rock and roll, I-95 in Danbury, for more than 4 decades, and has entertained audiences for over 50 years. In the 1970s, he performed throughout the greater Rochester, New York area with the popular acoustic trio Sunup. Back then, one of the Sunup's biggest fans was a young woman named Mindy. This is how it happened. 50 years of marriage later, they're still making music. Isn't that sweet? So they're very honored they do a lot of things these days at special events and celebrate community, hope, service. They did a special concert during COVID on Facebook for everybody. They're honored to be here today as part of today's rally, share songs that continue to inspire peace, understanding, and unity. So that's the kinds of songs you'll hear today for that. And the Buffalo Springfield song, we just did that one. That was our kickoff song. So whose country?
Our country!
Does this country belong to all of us or only those who the regime favors that week?
All of us!
Oh, good, you guys. Good answer.
Good answer, right answer.
All of us, regardless of gender, religion, race, sexual preferences, country of origin, or immigration status, which is why we're here today. Who does it belong to? All of us. All of us. So welcome to our 73rd consecutive weekly rally in Bethel. Beautiful Bethel. Beautiful day today. You guys don't have the smog, we don't have the humidity, so good day for this. Please enjoy our town shops and eateries after the rally. And one of our biggest supporters is Tony Heslin, who owns 3 restaurants in town. For anyone who's new, Shakedown Street Eats, Notch 8, and Fat Tony's Deli. So thank you every single one of you for continuing to show up each week. Those of you who've been here before, our mighty little band of rebels. Are there any first-timers here? I know I met one today. Oh, another one. Great. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We've got an email list if you want to get on, and we have buttons and bracelets and flags, whatever you'd like. We're here every week. So for the new people, and even those who are regulars, we do refrain from engaging with our agitators. So if anybody says anything going by, give them the peace sign, blow some kisses, or just ignore them. Or we start singing This Land Is Your Land, which helped us a lot at last week's rally when we were in Stony Hill. But that's another story. So get on our newsletter. We just had a wonderful op-ed in the Connecticut Mirror, written by Jonathan, who's still on vacation this week. So we'll give him his kudos when he comes back next week. But check that out. If you're on our email list, I can send it to you. We have a website, and all that information is on our tables. So upcoming events, Doofy, Danbury Unites for Immigrants, is having their next Family Belongs Together fundraiser. Had one at Mothership, we had one at El Mata del Mundo, and now it's going to be at Aquila's Nest Vineyards, August 6th, Thursday. This is an important fundraiser to raise money for the classes and the education work they do, but also for financial support for the families. So that could be fun, wine dinner, an immigrant-owned food truck, live music, silent auction. So I'll continue to announce that for the next week as well. Our next 2 Bethel rallies are also set next Saturday right here. We're going to do another 90-minute rally because we have our guest speaker, Jeremy Farrell, who wanted to come back from Justice Southbury. He's fabulous if you haven't heard him before. And we've got Randy, one of our regulars, also speaking about the American Disabilities Act. And we're going to have music by Lorraine. And the Saturday after, it's already a month, I can't believe it, we're going to do Human Chain 3 on the 8th. So get ready for that, and hopefully we'll have a lot of organizations here as well. An event is coming up I haven't mentioned at the end of August. We'll be talking about it a lot. Hands Across the Hudson. They're doing a whole big thing across the bridge. Thank you to Gypsy Jean for bringing that to everyone's attention, because several local groups, REBS, local, Act Local in Northwest Connecticut, and others, plus us, probably plus Bethel Blues, we're all going to try to participate. Maybe we'll have our own very special buttons. And we'll go to the bridge, and they're going to hold hands. They need thousands of people to make it across the bridge.
Can we get a bus to go from here? So we get a bus for people from
We're gonna, we can arrange. I'm not going to arrange a bus unless you want to, but the carpooling, we can do carpooling. If there's enough for a bus, then that's fine. That's fine too. So we're here though for a very serious topic. And by the way, my name is Cindy McGuire. I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself to the new people. And I was supposed to have my thing open. So there's some handouts, Carolyn. If people, oh, you did, okay. We won't pass it by. Hey yo. Mic's not on? It's on. Hey yo. We won't be silent when our friends are gunned down. Say it loud, say it proud. Hey yo. We won't be silent when our friends are gunned down. Hands held up high, tears in our eyes. We are still standing. We choose to rise. Hey oh, we won't be silent when our friends are gunned down. Hey oh, we won't be silent when our friends are gunned down. We'll do the rest when we're on the chain if you guys want. I thought that song was why we're here today. I love it when here. All right. So we're here today because ICE shot and killed 2 more people, one in Houston, one in Maine. Lorenzo Salgado Araujo lived in the United States for 35 years, raising 3 boys who were U.S. citizens. He was on his way to work when Immigration Customs Enforcement, ICE, stopped him, supposedly because he resembled the person they were looking for, then shot and killed him. Days later, an ICE agent shot and killed a 26-year-old man from Columbia in Bedford, Maine, John Sebastian Duran Guerrero. 3-year-old daughter and his wife were right in the car, watched in horror as he took his last breaths. EMS took over 30 minutes to arrive, and he was in the street for approximately 5 hours. Neither Mr. Duran Guerrero or Mr. Salgado Araujo were the target of the warrants ICE had. Both men leave behind devastated families. It appears none of the officers involved were wearing body cameras. Cornelio Duran, Juan Guairo Coronillo, and I took Spanish. Duran was a man from Mexico, was 3 weeks into a tourist visa when ICE pulled his car over in Florida. He was 2 days away from getting on a plane back to his family. He was struck and killed by a tractor trailer while running from the encounter with ICE officers in St. Augustine, Florida. His wife found out from the news. They have 2 children, a 7-month-old girl and a 7-year-old boy. That was the 3rd ICE-related death in a single week, and that's why there's been a national outrage, and all across the country, there's rallies and vigils happening today. Today's a day of action. ICE out. A man in Maine with a valid work permit and social security number, a father of 3 in Houston who owned a small business, and now a tourist with a plane ticket in his pocket. These are not statistics. These are people who had lives, families, and plans until they crossed paths with ICE. Get my water, Lorraine? ICE cannot be reformed. ICE out! Ready? ICE out! Good job, Noah.
Fantastic.
You're going to help me lead that, huh? ICE out. More than 300 events like ours are taking place today to ensure that Lorenzo, Johan's, and Juan's deaths do not fade from public attention, and they send a clear message. No government agency should be allowed to kill anyone, intimidate witnesses, or operate with impunity. Justice for everyone murdered by ICE. Stop the killings now. I'd like us to do a 10-second moment of silence for all the people killed by ICE or who died in ICE custody or due to ICE custody. Thank you. And we still don't have justice for our legal observers killed in Minnesota, Renee Good and Alex Preddy. But the good news is Minnesota prosecutors finally obtained long withheld evidence on their fatal shooting. So maybe we're on the way. Her car, witness statements, body cams, all of that was withheld. But now the prosecutors have it. But what I wanted us to talk about today is what's happening locally. Thankfully, as far as we know, ICE hasn't murdered anybody in Connecticut, but we are seeing increased aggressiveness and intimidation of our legal observers. And just yesterday, stories broke about ICE at Bradley Airport. I don't know if you saw that, and maybe even at Tweed. In plain clothes, just like we've been seeing in the media across the country. So we're lucky to have longtime members from Danbury Unites for Immigrants, and some other Danbury Unites for Immigrants folks here who came to support as well. With us today, Bill and Karen Hunter, to share some of their latest experiences helping our local immigrant community. They can also talk to what's been happening with the increased engagement, as they put it, with the community members in an effort to intimidate us. So they'll share some specific examples as well. But before I turn it over to Bill and Karen and do their intros, we're going to have one more song from Ethan and Mindy to break up some of the speaking. Or maybe I'll do their intros and then you can do yours.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Karen retired 6 years ago after working as a nurse for 25 years. She's been in Doofy, Danbury Unites for Immigrants, since February of 2025. So very close to the beginning of when it was formed. Involved mainly in court accompaniment and rapid response, which you can learn about. And her husband also helped run a kitten rescue for the last 10 years. With a lot of pregnant cats and kittens, and she's currently taking care of a mama cat with her 4 kittens who were beloved by their owner, but could not travel when the owner and her kids had to self-deport. Very luckily, we had very trained, doofy people who know how to take care of mamas and baby kittens. And Bill also retired after 35 years as an elementary school educator in Mount Kisco, New York. He's worked closely with immigrant families at this dual language elementary school and continues to support them. And he's also started at Doofy in February of last year and is helping with those kitties. So let's have one more song and then we'll have Bill and Karen.
Oh, we're ready to go? Welcome, everybody.
You're not.
I know. This is my first rally, by the way. Mindy's been here for what, all 17 weeks? Yeah. It's unfortunate that we are not allowed to talk politics on our radio show. Because if we did, You've seen the comments from people. They're nasty, they're derogatory, and there's no place for them. So we just do stupid comedy, and instead of doing any politics whatsoever, because you can find that anywhere. This is my first chance to come out and do something like this. I couldn't even put this on my Facebook page because of the vitriol that people just spew. So I actually didn't volunteer. Mindy pretty much volunteered me. So
That's the way it goes. Yeah, that's the way it goes. It's the cost of doing business with me.
yeah.
Just think of it as your big 50. Yeah, right.
Love is but a song we sing, and fear's the way we die. You can make the mountains rain, or make the angels cry. Excuse me. Though the bird is on the wing, and you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now.
You can all sing. Everybody can sing.
Some may come and some may go, we will surely pass. When the one that's left behind returns for us at last. But we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. You hold the key to love and fear, all in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both. It's there at your command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Right now, right now.
When you're done talking to your...
Yeah. Well, that's a great message for today. And we need that, right, guys? So now let's have Bill and Karen come up and give you what's happening locally so you know what's going on in our area.
Good morning. I've been working as a part of a community watch efforts in Danbury for more than a year. As you may know, ICE and federal agents have been present in high numbers in the Danbury area community, where we've seen large-scale military-type operations over the last 15 months. More recently, we've seen a change in tactics, with a shift to smaller-scale, targeted strikes. Agents who previously ignored community watch volunteers are now trying to engage and intimidate those same people. A little over a month ago, an individual agent came across a volunteer parked on a street in Danbury observing the neighborhood. He used his vehicle to box in her legally parked vehicle, rolled down his window, and called her by name. He then escalated the intimidation by implying that she might face federal charges for doing nothing more than exercising her First Amendment rights. She asked him if he was a federal agent and what agency he was with. Rather than identifying himself, he said, "If I was operating under my full federal capacity, I would have no problem sharing that with you. But we're just having a conversation." He stated something along the lines of, "What volunteers were doing is intimidating," as he himself continued to intimidate her. She told him that he was just some guy in a mask cornering her, to which he responded by stating her address and year of birth. He then proceeded to tell her that they were going after some very bad people, to which she responded that just a few weeks earlier, they attempted to take a U.S. citizen off the street, only to let him go when he produced an ID. He said he knew nothing about that, and that must have been a mistake. As we all know, these type of mistakes by ICE have had lethal consequences in the recent past. Without question, had it not been for the presence of Community Watch volunteers, that man too would have been taken. Eventually, 2 other volunteers saw what was happening with her and approached. He again tried intimidation by calling one of them by name. He restated that they were just having a friendly conversation, but quickly cut that conversation short and left once there were witnesses. These new tactics are based on finding volunteers who are alone and vulnerable, then trying to intimidate, both physically by preventing them from leaving and psychologically by stating their identifying information. We must not back down to these tactics. Community volunteers are operating under legally protected First Amendment rights and are vital to protecting the rights of all residents, including both documented and undocumented people trying to do nothing more than live their lives and provide for their families. And Karen is actually going to come forward and she's going to talk a little bit about the direct impact of some of these recent tactics that they have implemented.
Okay. So as a result of this increased aggression and hostility, we are seeing an increasing number of people decide to self-deport. They've had enough. They came to this country looking for a better life for themselves and their children, but they don't want to take the risk of ending up in a concentration camp. So we had one family that we had heard about. One of the women we work with said that they were going to need someone to drive them to the airport. It was a mother and 2 children. The dad had been kidnapped, detained, and deported back to their home country, and she had decided she could not afford to live here because he was the primary breadwinner, and she decided to go back home. So the woman we worked with happened to mention that she was planning to bring her cat back to her home country. And because our son had gone back and forth to other countries with their cats, we knew there was a lot involved. You couldn't just show up at the airport with a cat and a carrier. So we said to her, she needs to talk to the vet and all these other things to make sure that she can bring the cat back on the airplane. So 2 days later, she called us back and she said, well, the cat had kittens. The woman was not going to be able to take the cat back. And did we know of what we could do to take the cat and the kitten? So we said, yes, we're involved with the cat rescue. We would take the mom and the babies. So a couple days before they decided they were going to be going on the flight, we went to their house to take the mama and the babies back with us. The woman was crying almost from the minute we got there. In this woman's culture, your pets are considered family members, and she now was separating from her family members. She brought the mama out, and we put the mama in the carrier, and then she went in the bedroom and scooped up the week-old kittens in her arms, and she brought them out to us, crying. And each kitten that she put in the carrier, she kissed it and said, sorry, 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 sorry. And by that point, she was sobbing. I was crying. I think Bill also said some tears. And she just hugged me and sobbed and sobbed and sobbed. Their house was full of children's toys, and beforehand she said we could not go when the children were there because she hadn't told them yet that they were leaving their cat behind. The house was full of children's toys, full of furniture, full of appliances, and they were leaving it all behind. They could not take it with them. And on the wall was an American flag. So these people who had come to this country for a better life and were dedicated to being Americans were now leaving because we were openly hostile to them. And this is what we're doing. These wonderful people are coming to our country. They're not criminals. They're not the worst of the worst. They are families that are being separated and deciding they need to just leave to reunite. So the woman did. She and her family gave them a ride to the airport a few days later. They arrived back in their home country and, were reunited with all their family members. So it turned out okay. She writes to me or messages me every day asking how the mom and the kittens are doing. I keep sending her videos and pictures. And she sent the cat. When the cat came to us, it was wearing a collar with a bow on it. And I always am nervous about collars and cats. They're going to somehow choke. So I took it off. So the first pictures I sent to her of the cat were without the collar. She quickly wrote back and said, where's her necklace? So now every time I go to take a video or pictures, I put the collar back on. And I will send it to the adoptive home with the collar just to let them know, this is a valued possession of hers. But these are the families we are dealing with. It is horrific and it's awful that we are doing this, and there's no good reason. But we're finding individuals. A couple this past week decided they're just going to self-deport and go back to their countries. They don't want to take the chance to end up in a concentration camp. We had a family about 6 months ago who actually went back to their country, and it was very difficult. There were 2 cousins. The husbands were deported. The 2 women, they had 3 children among them, and they were going back to their country. And we actually went and we helped them empty out their entire room because they couldn't leave anything behind. And they said to us, you are the angels in our inferno. And that is what they see this country when all this happens, as an inferno. And they unfortunately did not go back to a good situation. They went back to violence and poverty, and this is what we drove them to. So for many of these families, they come here with high hopes of what their life will be like, and we basically scare them away.
Thank you so much for doing that work. I know it's hard. I know it's traumatic for the people doing it. They can use more help. It's also, the part they didn't tell you is the rewarding part, when they take somebody to court and help them and get them back safely to their homes. There's a lot of positive rewards as well. So consider going to the fundraiser on August 6th. Consider volunteering. There's Zoom calls every 2 weeks. You can learn all the different groups that are involved in Danbury Nights for Immigrants, including these lovely ladies behind me who are smart to put the sign behind with the camera. You're going to meet amazing people. These are amazing people that I didn't know before. Thank you very much, Bill and Karen. Thank you for everything you do. And for not backing down. It's scary, I know. Thank you to Ethan and Mindy, Bill and Karen, and all the volunteers that help us set up, Allison and others who come. Packing up is always really fast. If we have a few people, 15 minutes, everything's packed back in my car. So thank you for that, and for those of you who help in many other ways. We'll move on next to some more sign holding and chanting if you like. Remember, we're here till 12:30 today, so there's still plenty of time for sign holding. I wanted to close with something that they say at Doofy sometimes. When we show up for each other, we all become stronger. Haven't done this in a while, but I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. Now one more song from Ethan and Mindy to get us revved up for the sidewalk. Thank you very much.
Yes, oh yeah, it's always good to have fun.
Peace Street.
Yeah, I was away for 10 days and I went to a writing conference in Southampton and it was Billy Collins and I was in a dorm situation.
Exactly.
There was like the order. I had 2 blocks and there was water in the bathroom floor. And I was not calling, so I put my hand out and it was like, you know, it's not like it's broken because I can tell. I mean, it's like everything. It's like the tension's right there. So I did, and I did it right away. I didn't ice it. I didn't do anything. I just took an ibuprofen. I was like, oh well, it's fine, right?
Okay.
But as the days went on, so I finally got this, and it really does help because it prevents me from living. So I've been icing it, ibuprofen, and I'm trying to be good, you know, and not like overdo it. And then I was away for 5 days. It's like, no, I haven't. So I was just trying to like do good. So I just feel it.
Walk around.
It's hard, yeah. It's hard.
All right.
How you doing? I'm all right. I'm still parking. Yeah, I know. It's like hard. It's hard to hear.
I've been happy lately, thinking about good things to come. And I believe it could be something good has begun. Oh, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world's one. And I believe it could be someday it's gonna come. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, there rides a peace train. A peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Now I've been smiling lately, thinking about good things to come. And I believe it could be something that's begun. Oh, peace train sounding louder, glide on the peace train. Ooh, oh, yeah, oh, come on, peace train. So get your bags together, go bring your good friends too, 'cause it's getting nearer, soon we'll be with you. Now come join the living, it's not so far from you, and it's getting nearer, soon it will all be true. The peace train sounding louder, glide on the peace train. Ooh, come on, the peace train. Now I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. Why must we go on hating? Why can't we live in bliss? A peace train, holy roller, everyone jump on the peace train. Ooh-ah-ee-ah-ooh-ah. This is the peace train.
I didn't know that one.
What's that?
I didn't know that one.
No, nice try though.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're done or not.
Definitely play again. Play, keep going.
Keep going. Okay. Okay. All right.
Take the 3 entertainment.
Okay, we're gonna do one that everybody knows, so you should all sing.
This land is your land. This land is my land.
From California
To the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water.
this land was made for you and me.
As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that rolling valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land.
From California
To the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me.
right, Smarks.
Tell them to line up.